Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be an NPR cast because I am sick, but I need to bring you StarCraft 2 content. This is going to be a Patreon cast at patreon.com/FalconPaladin. And let's go ahead and get right into it here. We have the top right-hand base. It is Astrea, the American Protoss player. He is red. Bottom left-hand corner, we have Scarlett, the Canadian player. She is blue. All right, so hatch blocking probe here on Ice and Chrome. And yeah, if you're watching this the week of April the 8th, thank you very much for supporting me on patreon.com/FalconPaladin for as little as $1 a month. I really appreciate it. And if you're watching this after that, go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe for Scarlett. All right, so Scarlett takes her natural base at the third base. Man, this is like the third day I've been sick, and that pretty much destroyed my buffer of videos, so anyway, I feel okay, but my voice is like this, and I'm a little bit sniffly, as you can tell. Anyway, new maps. New maps were released on April 6th, just from the Team Liquid map contest that was held in January 2020. They just took 3 of the maps that didn't make the cut then and threw them into the map pool. So anyway, nothing too crazy here. Ice and Chrome, I missed this map. I wish they would bring it back, but I don't know. I kind of understand why they did not, because apparently Zerg had like a 60% win rate over Protoss on this map, and a win rate against Terran as well. So anywho, what are we doing? What is le plan pour les jeux? The answer is probably going to go for a third hatch here, I would guess. Yeah, somebody just got plinked. Someone just got plinked over here. We're sending a drone down, or maybe up. Here it is. It's going to go for a 230 hatcheroonie. Nothing too crazy here. Actually waiting a little bit, getting those queens first. And getting that speed first. The probe getting a pretty good scout off. First adept coming in for that second round of scouting. And it is a Stargate opening out of Astrea. Are we surprised by that? No. Not even the tiniest of bits. I really can't. I can't sing. That's the saddest thing about this. Adept says, is there a third base? There is. Wondrous news. That's fantastic. I'm not sure I need more information, but maybe let's check the saturation levels here at the natural. Okay, we're good. So the queen does end up chasing the adept away here. Oracle is on the way. Oracle's name, which the Overlord scouts, is Cyberpunk 2077. After centuries of patches, Cyberpunk 2077 has finally been patched to be as good as the hype said it would be. The problem, this concentrated level of perfection turned out to be too much for any human machine, as the only computers fast enough to run the game smoothly are Protoss AI cores. That's kind of cool. So this Oracle has has Cyberpunk in it. Alright, so the Adepts chase away the Lings with their frisbees. Avoider is on the way. Yeah. This game was played after the most recent balance patch, so Avoiders are pretty good. Oracle cruising around at the speed of sound. That's why you have spores. That's why you have spores. One kill on the Oracle is not really enough to get things done, unfortunately. Third base warping in from Astrea. And it's another Oracle. So a Void Ray and 2 Oracles here. Interesting plays to be sure. Oracle out. Where'd the Void... Did we cancel the... No, it's down here at the third base. Okay. Defending the third base against potential Ling attacks. Can handle small numbers of Lings, not a huge number of Lings, but, you know. Everything is fine, I would guess. Man, I can't do it. Can't sing. It's fine. That's going in for another round of scouting or potential harassment, depending on what they can pull off here. And they do finish the transfer. They do feel like it's worth it to get a couple drone kills here. But yeah, Astrea, the American Protoss player here, his real name is Max Angel, which is just an absolutely incredible name. I like him quite a bit. Oracle's trying to get some more stuff here. Cyberpunk 2077. Good stuff happened. Boy. Nicely done. It's not often to see Oracle's taking down a queen, but in tandem, they're a lot more dangerous than they are solo. Yeah, I miss Isonchrome because it feels like every game was macro. Just long distance. It's a long rush distance. It's kind of hard to get slower units across early and whatnot, so third bases are relatively easy to take. They're not too bad compared to the average. And Zerg's liked it as well here, so. Fourth base on the way from Scarlett. Now the Queen's defending against incoming air attacks. Going Hydroling Bane here is Scarlett, which should be pretty good unless there's Colossus. Which, feeling like Colossus. Blink Stalker is definitely on the way. Definitely getting a Warp Prism, but there is no sign of a Robotics Bay. Which I really feel like you're probably going to need at some point if it's going to be a lot of Hydras, Lings, and Banelings, you know. Droning up hard. Revelation gets tossed down, but the Queens are able to shove the Oracle away without getting too much there. Hallucinating Phoenix says, ah, yes, the Hydralisks have arrived. There it is. There's your Robotics Bane. Astrea says, I will need splash damage of some kind. Disruptors can be good. Additionally, let's go ahead and potentially get some Colossus while we're at it. But for this attack, not going to have it. Not even close. Hydroling Bane is kind of awesome versus Stalker Sentries, depending on the numbers. Of course, Overseer Snipe, which doesn't really matter. That's not something that Scarlett needed anyway. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of Stalkers, but Transfuse is good. Hydra DPS is good as well. Nice snipe on the Observer. So both teams losing their detection, but not that they really need it at this stage, and regardless. But yeah, this is nice. This is keeping Scarlett on her side of the map so that she can't mount a good push with those Hydras and Lings and Banes. And it gives Astrea the chance to go for the Colossus, which, there we go, Colossus is on Zive. Ling scouts the fourth base coming in from Astrea. Expansion, I guess here, Scarlett's thinking about it, decides instead to toss it up down here, interestingly enough. I guess, I don't know, the creep isn't really protecting this as much, but we are pushing it further and further out this right direction. Lurker aspect, or Lurker Den rather, coming in. The reason I call these NPR casts is because if you ever listen to National Public Radio in America, National Public Radio, where it's just like smooth talking and just talking about the news and some current events and some, you know, some movie and TV show news and stuff. But they never get excited. They're just even keel all the time. So this is me feeling like I work for NPR. That poor Adept. She just, that was not good times at all. Banelings don't really want to engage in the Stalkers. They're pretty good against Stalkers. They're not horrifically bad. Yeah, looks like those Banelings didn't do super well there, unfortunately. Scarlett got some Lings to run on in, but shield batteries and cannons are pretty good against handfuls of Lings if they don't have the greatest upgrades in the world, which they don't. They're working on +3 attack, though, and adrenal glands. So once that happens, that'll be pretty darn scary. But here's the Colossus. This is what Astrea needed for the incoming Hydroling main attack here, but that's what the Lurkers are for, is to deal with the Colossus too. Lurker aspect with the seismic spines upgrade. The lurkers can outrange the Colossus, or at least it's tied. It's one of the two. It hits them from a really long distance, even with extended thermal lance coming in. Temple Archives on the way because when do you not want Storm versus Zerg? I can't think of a situation where you're at 10 minutes and it'd be a terrible idea. Zealot warping down to the south here. Does get handled, but the Warp Prism escapes into the herd of Overlords that can't harm it. Astrea poking the top. He's at 180 supply. Scarlett 180 supply. Creep Tumor's getting sniped here. Scarlett's creep spread is always amazing, but it is taking some hits here on the center and this right side path. Again, not as good, I think, as she would like it to be, but it's a big map. And it's hard to have amazing creep spread everywhere. Oh, man, I got some mailings in here. 8 probes go down. Not a huge win or anything. Yeah, that lurker aspect, man, it's deep. Scarlett feels good about not expanding down that way. Zealots warping in at this southern base of Scarlett's. Spines are just buying time for units to come and deal with it. Huge wing run by. Oh snap, the door is open. That is always so bad. That is always so bad when the door is open. All these probes, I think they're gonna die. This hatch looks like it's in trouble though. Scarlett not responding it as much as I would like her to. What is she just pushing, man? Yeah, the lurkers have the same range as the Colossus. That's so good. Yeah, so Ling's just running free, depowering warp gates inside here. Gonna take down Zealots that are coming in to deal with them because they have +3 attack and adrenal glands, which means they're real scary. These Lings are gonna take down a cannon, but I think that's, oh, maybe, yeah, a cannon, but that's gonna be it for them. And then the Lings are getting cleaned out here. Depowering the forge to the +3 upgrade is not happening. It's a pretty good deal for the Zerg. I'm sure Astrea would love to have the +3, but no. Not allowed at all here. A Stalker is coming in. Whack, whack, whack. And yeah, so this base is toast. There's just not enough here to defend it. Scarlett is pushing up here on Astrea's 4. Going to be able to take it down pretty easily as well. So it's a base for a base. Zealot's warping into the main at the same time. Taking out a Queen, going after some of these drones. This is a pretty hectic game for me to cast with my NPR voice. But that's where we are. So, Lurkers are trying to take down the Nexus, but the Archon with the splash damage versus Biological is pretty amazing. The Zealot's still going to town over here. This hatch is alive. Like, okay, abducts pretty good units there, right? You get the Colossus out, and then the Lings are suddenly amazing against your Stalkers. As is tradition. Changelings here haven't quite decided what they're going to be, but all they can be is a Changeling or a Zealot. So, worker count is 36 to 62. Astrea, honestly, looking fairly incredible here. Ooh, Warp Prism down. Didn't even get a death animation for some reason. Trying to sacrifice their own lives here. Archon. God, this Archon only has 7 kills, but has been so important to keeping Astrea alive here today. So, income is hugely favoring Astrea because Scarlett just lost a whole ton of drones. 50 drones have gone down. I mean, we're still recovering, obviously, from that multi-pronged attack that Astrea set up. That was really good stuff. Astrea, 1, 2, 3, 4, his 5th base is coming up here at 13 minutes. Got some Zealots coming down because they are super fast and they're really good at hit and run tactics, or just another Warp Prism goes down, or just hit tactics, I guess. Disruptor's on the way here too because you have the Robotics Bay. So why not? You can get a little bit more value out of a Disruptor than a Colossus in this situation. That would be my guess. Probably the case. So, pushing over here, getting some Overlords to distract Scarlett from this potential attack, but they don't actually decide to move in here at all. Creep spread, again, pretty well shut down. This is a very lonely Creep Tumor up here next to this Ursidon. What's up, man? And Astrea's really got Scarlett kind of pinned into a corner here. Only 55 workers. She's trying to drone up. She's trying to spread that creep, but, I mean, look at this. Contain here. Contain here. Containing here would be pretty good too, but Astrea wants to go for that pincer movement. Make sure Scarlett has a hard time defending both that top side and the bottom side. So, handful of Hydras and some Lurkers here are going to be enough to defend. I mean, it looks like she has enough. Assuming, ooh, the Disruptor shots aren't incredible, which, wow, that was some really good Abduct play. Again, Abduct play is really often what makes Zerg really dangerous. Without it, they kind of suck against things like Disruptors and Colossus, and with it, they look overpowered, so take your pick. Going for a Fleet Beacon here as Astrea. I might try to get into carriers at this stage. The Lurker is getting some damage in here, but man, this is not the same Archon. I don't think it is. And all these creep tumors dying. I mean, it's, jeez, even if the base doesn't go down, that's still a lot of dead creep tumors. Whew, walk through those Storms Hydras. Do it, baby. Yeah. That's what Astrea is saying. Come on, Hydras, come on through. Take a bath in those Psionic Storms. Yeah, 2 more Stargates. It's definitely carrier play. You're out of Astrea at 15 minutes. Astrea's going for it on the left side a little bit, but the Abducts just... That I mean, the Oracle took 2 kills, or 2 Abducts before it died, but, you know. This could have turned into a game where Scarlett doesn't know... Right? Doesn't... I just blinked there, taking out a Viper. Doesn't know that carriers are on the way. Well, she did just get a Spire. I think she just recognized that she's not going to be able to win this game with Hydras alone. So, smart job by her. Another base for Astrea, though. I mean, that's what I love about Ice and Chrome, is there are so many bases you can take. That's really what makes the games a little bit longer, I think, than on certain other maps. This pressure on the edge of the creep here from Astrea is honestly fantastic. It's really good stuff. Like, Protoss players are watching this and just going, how can I play like Astrea? Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. It takes a lot of work. That's a lot of work. Ooh, see, there's a lot of Lurkers. You disrupt them all. You Purification Nova them. Nice feedbacks. But both High Templar die after they get their feedback off. 3 Overseers on the way. Astrea just walking reinforcements across the side. This is not enough. Zerglings. The Lurkers maybe. Yeah, the Zealots are in trouble. There are so many Lurkers. They are forced to retreat there with their Archon brethren, but 4 carriers at a time in production. If I was Scarlett, I'd try to take advantage of the current situation where there are no carriers yet and just start sending lings out to maybe snipe down bases and stuff, but it's not for me to tell her how to play, you know? Astrea taking another base for like a 7th, I think that is. And yeah, I mean, we're setting up for the long haul here. Protoss expanding a lot. Scarlett, I think, needs this base. Yep, to stay competitive, and maybe we should try to get this one too. Just the name of staying in the realm of where the income is here for Astrea. Disruptors are getting killed at an alarming rate, though. That's only 5 down. There's 2 remaining. The synchronized changeling death always makes me laugh. What I wouldn't mind seeing here is Ultralisks, but I mean, at this point where there's carriers, you're just not going to spend your money on Ultras. Although I did just play a 3v3 game where my enemies with both Protoss went carrier, Purification Nova on the back side. Ow, ow, get in there, kill stuff. And I went League Ultra and it totally worked anyway. So, I don't know, sometimes it works, most of the time it doesn't, but I just don't have the patience to use the crew to like engage with a Sky Toss fleet directly. I don't, like, Viper control's not good. My Infestor control isn't good. And like, just Corruptor is generally not enough, so There we go. The abducts are beautiful, but actually saving them with some nice storms. Even that one got double abducted and didn't die. That's what I'm talking about with Hydras, man. They're not really the answer. God, it takes like 5 abducts to finally take down 2 carriers. It seems like a lot. These stalkers are dead. They don't even know it. I'd send the lurkers up here, to be honest. Well, I guess there's more carriers coming, but once they pass by, like, I would... Oh, you're waiting. You're waiting for detection to kill these. Never mind. Never you mind. So Scarlett's expanded here and expanded here. She's back up to 73. Workers, all that early aggression, I think, is generally forgotten. There's the Observer, and the Lurkers, I mean, they should be just fine. They're not super fast, but I mean, at least try to give yourself a fighting chance, you know? Alright. Well, I mean, at least Scarlett killed this base, so that's fairly decent stuff. Resources lost here, virtually even, which is not good for the Protoss. You want to kill more stuff than you lose, for sure, against a Zerg player. They're going to be able to make more things. Trying to have more bases than you. Of course, it could just be a factor of Astrea doing great on the macro, just having more in general. I love the single corruptor in production from Scarlett right now. That makes me laugh. Ooh, is that an Observer that just wandered in here and died? Yeah, these Zealot attacks are just beefy. They're so beefy. Chamberlain's kind of blocking them in there. That's fantastic. And then the Hydras chase them out. So yeah, I mean, Mass Carrier is actually not all that good. You kind of want the Void Rays and the Storm and stuff with it. So, I mean, he's got the High Templar beneath, for sure. There's 5 of them, but I don't know if that's enough. I like the upgrades we're seeing here, too. Going for that +3 air attack here at 21 minutes is not bad, considering he did not start with the Sky Toss. Charge lot's pretty decent against Hydras, all in all. Astrea taking another base on the right side. Replacing one that died earlier. Or no, it was this one that died earlier. So interesting. Going for this one instead. Yeah, the Ling Hydra stuff's like, we can't engage with the carriers direct, so if the carriers come in, it'll be fine. Yeah, the abducts. Okay, so yes. If you abduct into a corruptor ball, you can get a lot of good stuff done here. Ursidon's making noises because it's getting bumped and stuff. That's such a cool design. Like, the Ursidon design is awesome stuff. Hey, 3 carriers though. Doesn't have, or she doesn't have enough corruptors to one-shot them, which is a bit of a concern. I don't want enough of that. There you go. 4 more are on the way. And with the +3 attack coming in, that might be enough. Yeah, this is honestly turning into a pretty fantastic PvZ. I like these 2 players a lot. I think Astrea is an upcoming player. Scarlett has hit higher highs, but in the last year or so, she hasn't been that great. So I think Astrea, on his way up, is actually in a good position to engage with Scarlett, where she's not playing particularly incredibly well, you know? Yeah, Astrea taking this base is a little aggressive, and this one, too. By aggressive, I mean it's really vulnerable to getting murdered, and that's exactly what is going to happen to it. Meanwhile, the Zealots trying to just be annoyances. This is just some abject chaos here is what it is. The carriers focusing on that hatch, they do end up getting it. 12 drones die. What if you abduct something that's being... Can you abduct something that's being recalled? I feel like I should know that. I feel like Scarlett would have if she could have, but she didn't. So maybe they're protected from recall. I'm telling you, these, if you're not doing these, Protoss, like if you're just really struggling against Zerg right now, and you're not just sending 12 Zealots at a time across the map to different places, and forcing the Zerg player to handle it, then what are you doing with your life? Replanting the hatch that died here is Scarlett. Every base has been taken except for this one. At about the 10:30 position or so on the clock. Resources lost 45,000 to 41,000. That +3 is finishing up here, and thank you very much. 10 seconds or so. Game heart interface. Yeah, I love the banelings there to help deal with the sheer number of zealots that are present. Banelings, I think they got a pylon there, but yeah. The counterattacks of Scarlett have been okay from time to time today, but have not been exactly incredible stuff. Not as effective as what Astrea has been getting off anyway. So, the question here is, are we going to see a mined out map, which is hard to do on Ice and Crow, just again the sheer number of bases, but you know, doable. See, this is why you have the Void Rays, is you suddenly make the Corruptors a lot less able to just hang around. Prismatic alignment on those Void Rays will 100% murder Corruptors pretty effectively, but another Warp Prism down. Great target fire there from Scarlett. That is five Warp Prisms killed today. Bailing, just trying to, again, the Zealots keep coming, man. They don't stop coming. Resources lost is actually 50,000 for Astrea and only 44,000 for Scarlett. So, I mean, I think a lot of that is Zealots. A lot of that is Zealots that have just run down there and tried to get something done, and if they don't stow it, it doesn't matter. Scarlett's at 200 supply, Astrea's at 179. I don't really expect this game to end anytime soon. Should have considered the length of the game I chose to cast when I was sick, because this might be a bit of a marathon. That's okay. We will hold on. We'll do this thing. Infestor on the way. Saw Fungal come in earlier. Burrow coming in on the research from Scarlett too. So at this point, retaking the space seems mostly worth it, I would say. About 300 gas there. And about 1,600, maybe only 1,400 minerals, but still. See what I'm talking about with the Zealots? Do you see what I'm talking about with the Zealots? They just force Scarlett to respond and respond and respond and respond. The Great Changeling Massacre of 2021 has arrived. The Void Rays are just so fast. Such speed on those guys, even, okay, especially with the Flux Veins. Speed upgrade, which we have. 8 Infestors on the way from Scarlett. Yeah, this Ursidon has seen some stuff. Look at him. He's just been so involved. I'm surprised he hasn't caught some splash damage from something and hasn't been killed yet. But, oh, Naked Infestor, they're squishy. Somehow this guy's alive. She burrows to survive. Well done, Infestor. Archon's getting some beautiful hits on that Corruptor Ball, but I mean, you can't really kill all of them very quickly. The Mass Void Rays have arrived. Your pitiful Spore Crawlers will not be enough to defeat us, says the Void Ray Armada. But Parasitic Bomb could defeat us. Abduct could defeat us, so we're going to pull back before the rest of the army arrives. We're going to make some Hydras to deal with the fact that the carrier count is only 1. Love it. Love the tech switch out of Scarlett very much. Hydras trade so much better against Void Rays than they do against carriers. If Astrea is going to tech switch that hard, then Scarlett responding to it, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be great. So Scarlett taking this at 10:30 base. Every base on the map has been taken, and a A lot of them have been being mined for a while. This bottom right base is starting to get shiny, which means, yeah, some of these mineral patches are below 1,000 minerals at the moment. This is the newest source of income on the map, so Scarlett's going to be able to benefit from it for a long time. Neural Parasite almost done for Scarlett. Kind of surprised that wasn't done sooner. Ah, the fungal though. Okay, so fungal doesn't prevent you from getting recalled. Man, I feel like that was right on the edge of the recall ability cooldown, wasn't it? Like it was right there. Falcon Zealot doing their best against this lurker spine forest that they're dealing with, and you know, not incredible, not terrible either. Assimilating a single Archon and then murdering him while he's assimilated, which seems unsporting, but they do say that all is fair in love and war. Additional oracles on the way, just because Revelation is really good. And the question is, has Astrea been investing too much into Zealots and not getting enough return for them? Because he's consistently about 7,000 to 8,000 resources lost more than Scarlett is today. And I like the Zealot stuff, I really do. Oh, okay, some probe sacks. So we can get additional supply, because Astrea is sitting on a 4,000 mineral, 3,000 gas bank here. So yeah, at this point we are. Oh my gosh! You cannot let them kill you. You have to kill them. You can't let probes kill your infestors. So he burrows. Smart. She burrows them. The Void Ray Ball is looking for blood. They don't care about your 2 spores. They're gonna snipe your hatch in 2.8 seconds, man. See what I'm talking about. Like, the Zealots, they're hard to deal with, but by golly, Scarlett's been dealing with them extremely well today. A couple free... Oh, 2 high Templar go down for almost nothing. That's brutal. These look at this. Scarlett's refusing to kill these probes. Like, do whatever you want, man. Try to kill my workers, try to kill my hatchery, I don't care. I guess if you want to run them into... He doesn't want to just run them into spines, though. He wants to get some good use for them, I suppose. I love this probe. Probe's like, I'm gonna get a kill. Oh, and then a million broodlords just showed up. So that's not good. I don't know how good broodlords are gonna be here. I mean, there's so many void rays. The void rays jumping on top of those broods. They can't run. They can't recall. So what are they supposed to do against this void ray ball? Well, that's where you let the parasitic bombs and the abducts and the hydras carry you, I think, at that point. So many changelings today out of Scarlett. I mean, she only has 11 overseers, so... ¿Por qué no? Oracle is escaping judgment. The Void Ray is really... Oh, the chain fungal. Oh my gosh, another recall. Astrea's really had a recall available every time he's super needed it today. I wonder if he's going to run into a problem with that later, where he needs it, but it's it's still on cooldown, and then he's in trouble. But yeah, see, these patches are running down quick. We are going to mine out ice and chrome today. I think that is the... Honestly, it's the plan. These probes, though. I mean, Scarlett's down to 38 workers, so why shouldn't Astrea be down to, 30 himself? Shouldn't be a problem. Zealot Archon is legendarily bad versus Broodlords. There's a lot of stuff for Protoss that's bad versus Broodlords, but Zealots especially bad. Archon's pretty bad too. Tectonic Destabilizers on the way from Astrea. Tempests do more damage versus buildings with this upgrade. Really nice versus these Spore Forests. The reason Protoss was given it was because of these Spore Forests that we're seeing. Scarlett toss up here. Can be really hard for a Protoss to break with Sky Things. I mean, even the prismatic alignment on the Void Rays is not enough sometimes. I love these probes. Like, we are determined to get some value out of our devs. But then they don't. It was worth a try, guys. It really was. I mean, what do you guys think? How many Zealots have died today after this attack, in which several more go down? What do you think here? God, my Templar getting sniped here quite nicely. Alright, so Zealot death count. 225. 225 Zealots. 554 lings. So that means more resources have been lost for Zealots than for Zerglings today. Nice snipe on this hatch, by the way. Oh, we're just taking down the spores first. Zealots just brute forcing their way through the Spinecrawler forest. Hatch down, by the by, getting replaced instantly by Scarlett. She has a decent make here too. Actually making a Dark Templar, which is kind of fun. Oh, I guess as long as you're here, quick plug for the Falcon Paladin Hour. That is a weekly podcast with myself and Samacron. He's an Aussie. We make bets on things like GSL. We talk about upcoming tournaments. We talk about TV shows and movies. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, WandaVision, Attack on Titan. Some newer animes that came out this season. Wonder Egg, Priority. It's been it's a really fun time. It's an hour a week. Just search Falcon Paladin in your podcast app and you'll find it. I promise you will. Also, yeah, I mean, hit that like button. It just helps the algorithm know that I'm here. Helps it refer me to other people. My views are down on the StarCraft 2 channel over the since January, pretty much. It makes me sad. I'd like to see it come back. The Void Rays are like, what do we kill? Oh, yes, the Broodlords. Remember when I was like, the Broodlords are slow and they can't run? I remember that. It's got a recall available again. Dang. That recall cooldown is not as long as I think it is. The Void Rays either wanted this hatch or they wanted to kill the Broodlords, and they got the Broodlords instead. See, but now your Tempests aren't as useful. I guess they're pretty good. Nice feedbacks, though. Oh my gosh. Archon's gonna make it out alive, isn't he? Isn't he? He is. He's gonna come back in and maybe take some more shots and die. Oh gosh, I'm worried about you, Archon buddy, right here. Ooh, at least he didn't get assimilation successful. Mineral Parasite, very successful there. And our Archon buddy, who used to be 2 High Templar, is still alive. Good job by him. Yeah, at this point, I mean, this is getting mined out real fast. This is really the only true source of income that's going to be here for any amount of time left.
Assimilation successful.
Assimilation successfully on a couple Void Rays to kill other Void Rays. This is just this is cost efficiency at this point. I mean, it usually is, but sometimes you can win being terribly cost efficient if you just win, right? But at this point, it's all about cost efficiency. That's what these shield batteries are for. Just trying to account for efficient future battles. Shield batteries for the Protoss, and spores and spines here for the Zerg. $600 minerals left on that mineral patch for some reason. And there's the orange. There is the tectonic destabilizers that do a great job against spores, against spines, against hatcheries, anything building. They hit hard. And our guy is still here. 10 HP. It has not caught a stray bullet today yet. Kind of incredible, honestly. More probes coming in. I mean, Scarlett is removing her workers from the pool too by building spores and spines. So Astrea is just losing his to make a bigger army as well. So, in a game like this, the number of workers killed is fairly irrelevant, it turns out. I guess we can see what they're attacking. Oh yeah, it's a hatchery who's dead. Completely a dead one. I mean, we are talking about. And there's your recall again. I don't think that was necessary, but he was really deep on creep, and Astrea was worried about losing those voids. I get it. I understand it. I do. Another set of probes. There's nothing for them to mine, so what does it matter if he keeps them around, you know? Oh, beautiful feedbacks. Beautiful feedbacks there. And then pulling back so they can't get fungled either. That's so nice. More probes, man. More probe harassment. Trying to accomplish something before they die. Take some HP off some drones, which is cool, I guess, but Astea's down to 14 workers and 191 supply. Big army of supply. This is the stuff. Right, this is the stuff. Where it's huge armies going against each other. Tat-tat-tat, head-to-head. This Void Ray Ball can be fungal and can be parasitic bombs and can be dealt with hydras and stuff, but we went back to Corruptors because the Tempests are a problem, and we're going to have to deal with the Void Rays in another way, says Scarlett. These guys just roaming around, killing creep tumors. They have a really fast observer with them. Ooh, it's like he took some zappies, but he didn't, because Tempest attacks, while they kind of look AoE, they're not actually AoE. Hold on, are we going to kill one of these drones? We're going to try to kill infestors too. I love it. I love this from Astrea. Like, I'm not just going to sack these guys. I'm going to use them to kill drones. Really try and fail miserably. But, you know, an honest effort. Scarlett just pumps out 9 more Corruptors. Astrea's maxed out. I think his income is finito. That's it, man. He's done. He's got 1 probe. He's Fist of Neebing this stuff. So the question is, who has the bigger bank? And it looks like Scarlett will have the bigger bank. She's made, look, she's made better trades. It's 77,000 to 69,000 resources today. Astrea just lost too much stuff to split the map in half and win, and you can. Generally, as Protoss, if you split the map against a Zerg and go 44 minutes and mine the map out, you have a great chance to win. Oh, this guy's going to get accidentally spared because there's an attack on the left side. That's not good. So here we go. Void Rays poking. Nope. Dark Templar is going to get some Infestor kills unless Scarlet recognizes what. Oh my gosh. What's happening here? Dang, 2 infestors. This, okay, it's the cost effectiveness. Let it begin, I guess. Yeah, killing this base would be incredible for Astrea, because this income is really what's going to make the difference in this game. It's going to be Scarlett will be able to remax after a huge battle, and Astrea will not be able to. This guy's got 6 kills, 2 of which are infestors, and it's not bad, man. Not bad, man, not JPEG. 7 more infestors in production. Scarlett replacing the 2 that she lost. Revelations getting tossed down. Tempest doing that. Oh my gosh. He's gonna get this thing. He's gonna get this hatchery. Okay, so he does get the hatch. That makes this a lot more interesting. I don't think Scarlett's afraid of long distance mining at this point. There's more DTs. This guy's got kills. Some of them are larvae. I'm not sure that killing larvae shouldn't necessarily count, but whatever. So I really, at this point, I sort of feel like, yeah, Scarlett just used her bank. She kind of wants these drones for long distance mining purposes, but these DTs are getting way too much done. Yeah, I mean, honestly, should have gone for more Hydras here, but with the storm, it's kind of hard to be like, yeah, I'll just go past Hydra, it'll be fine, right? Because Hydras will destroy the Void Rays, the Archons, and the Tempests. But then, if you're holding still, suddenly the Psionic Storm will find you real easy. So yeah, we are mined out. There's 200 gas here. There's some resources left in this base, obviously. Changeling's continuing to poke around for scouting purposes and see what's up. Cannon says, no, you don't. Ooh, this one does. This one gets to hang out, though. That's cool. Another round of Changelings doing their gross Changeling bulbous stuff. Remember the patch where they increased acceleration and top speed for Tempests? I remember that one. I remember that patch quite heartily. The long distance mining has been moderately successful. This creep timber going down to be pretty nice. But I'm not sure it's going to finish because Tempests have such good range against ground stuff. This Ursidon being alive is kind of incredible. Man, killing oracles? Love that. No more revelations for you, sucker. Astrea encroaching here, though. Encroaching here, though. Onto the creep. Killing creep tumors. Again, the creep spread has never been godlike today out of Scarlett. Another revelation. We've got another oracle. Don't worry about it. More vipers. Oh, the broodlords just do not stand a chance versus this many tempests. Getting picked off one by one here. Scarlett long distance mining some more. Just getting as many resources as she zergly can off of those mineral patches. I really can hear the Ursidon for some reason. Scarlett's down to 4 drones. That's not exactly where she wants to be either, you know. Yeah, chain fumble it? What you gonna do with this one? You gonna let it go again? Just let it go again, I guess. Kill more infestors, I suppose. So we'll go to units, because production's... Use another assimilation successful on this guy to kill him. Amazing. Another hatch down. This base is officially dead, though. Astrea's being so darn patient right now, too, at 50 minutes. It's, you notice he's not just A-moving. He's making sure the creep is cleared. He's on the edge of the creep when he attacks, instead of being in the middle of the creep. It's going to come down to one final battle here. Is Scarlett able to wipe this army out? Or not? I don't know that she can. It's a lot of voids, and the corruptors that she has, there's 49 of them, yeah. But void rays with prismatic alignment will just just mow through corruptors, despite whatever upgrades they have for armor and whatnot. Corruptors are delicious snacks to void rays with prismatic alignment on. This tumor is actually going to finish somehow. Oh, boo, it finished. More changeling stuff. That's a... Ooh, that abduct finished, even though the Viper died before the animation started. That's very cool. You don't see that all the time. Yeah, I mean, anytime though, where Protoss has even army supply versus the Zerg, which is what we have here, basically. The Zerg can remax real fast if they have the money to do so, and Scarlett does not, is the problem for the Zerg right now. Is if she engages and doesn't quite kill the entirety of this Protoss army, she can't remax on anything. So... if there's enough army left, then she's just dead, right? So, I mean, she is getting absolutely... her real estate is shrinking hard. Tectonic destabilizers are doing exactly what they're supposed to do versus these spores. Oh, there's a zealot up here. Trying to kill one of the remaining drones of Scarlett. Gonna get at least one. Oh, hell up. Never mind, not happening at all. Yeah, so I mean, if Scarlett doesn't want to engage, okay, this is good. Right? So you abduct, kill, abduct, kill, abduct, kill. Do you have enough abducts? Do you have enough time remaining to where you could pull that off enough times to win the game, though, is the larger question. Using storms on changelings, as has been going on through most of the game. Nice revelation. Poor Infestor needs to get out. Was going to get feedbacked for sure. I like that there are still two Burglords here. They might very well play a part in this game, but Astrea's control has been really good. He hasn't gotten an army wiped out today. The revelations have been amazing, which is exactly why Scarlett's been killing oracles with abducts. Yeah, the patient abduct. The patient revelation. Because both players are showing extreme patience, and I don't... Ooh, got the feedback. Oh, the High Templar don't have any energy yet. Is it time? Feels like it might be time. Parasitic Bomb does get tossed down here. The Corruptors are fighting Fungals against the Void Rays. Are there... oh my gosh, did Scarlett just do this? The Neural Parasite on the Archons was incredible. Scarlett just wiped out Astrea's army. That was amazing. What an absolutely disgustingly quick as lightning play out of Scarlett, and she gets the win. That's it. The Astrea production tab is just like, what am I supposed to do here? I don't know what I'm supposed to make against this particular army composition of, you know, a couple lurkers, a couple infestors. How's... he's not making anything. He's got 400 minerals and 300 gas. Is he just sitting there wondering what happened? So, I think I caught it at the time, but is he just... Is he going to try to win this thing with a High Templar? He's got a High Templar and a Dark Templar. But yeah, Scarlett catches one of the High Templar down to the south, neural parasites it, immediately uses that to feed back the other High Templar, and Storm was out. Storm was what was really preventing her from jumping in there. And once it was gone, she was able to come in, Parasitic Bomb, Fungal the Void Rays. The Corruptors do a lot better in that situation. Absolutely, that was a incredible play out of Scarlett. And that's what won the game. If she had got that off... Oh, the High Templar got yoinked and killed. So we're down to a Dark Templar. Come on, Astrea, it's over, man. What did Scarlett do with her cash? She had a bit of a make. It's gone now. I feel like another Broodlord would have been kind of amazing if you're trying to deal with all the static defense. Astrea, friend. Scarlett throws out the winky face with X over her mouth maneuver. I think that's just like, you're dead, wink. Obviously. I mean, she doesn't know how much bank he has. Is Astrea just trying to bluff her and make her feel like, I had a whole bank. I'm rebuilding everything now. Don't you worry. I'll come kill you with a maxed out army soon. That'd be amazing. The long distance mining continues here. Yeah, I mean, how far Scarlett was backed into where she started this game. Her only hatches left were her main and her natural, which is bananas. Look at I love this right here. The lurkers sending spines across a chasm like this, like through ice. Why not? Why not? Astrea though, bud. Not kidding, you're dead. Alright, we're times 2ing this thing because Astrea's dead and he's not admitting it. Come on, Protoss. Alright, so he spent his money on 2 Stalkers. See, that is a bit of a problem here for Scarlett, is that a lot of her army, she has a huge army advantage, but 27 Corruptors is a lot of army supply that can't really do much here. I don't know what these Stalkers expect to do with their lives against these many Stalkers. Or against the Lurkers, against the Broodlord. Like, I really don't think Astrea can win this. I don't see it. What do we got here? Oh, that's a good number of minerals. Quick maths is 1,500. We catch. That was a High Templar that died there. Yeah, that was a High Templar that got assimilation successful. But she's got about, what, 1,500, 1,600 minerals left on these mineral patches. That's going to be enough for a couple more lurkers, and then at that point you're kind of just like slow pushing your way to victory, right? Stalkers can't go that far. They really can't. There's your GG, Scarlett. Is your winner in 59 minutes. Woo, hit that like button if you enjoyed that match. I can't believe I did an hour-long NPR cast. That was not intended, but hey, it happened. But yeah, I mean, the resources lost were a problem. Astrea, 97,000 to 92,000, where the map was split in half. You lose more against a Zerg player or against anybody. It's going to be a hard time winning in that situation, even if you're a Zerg player, right? Oh, full upgrades across the sky. See that at the bottom? That's beautiful. I don't often see all the upgrades for everybody, but the game's an hour long. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, end of the game. 27 fairly useless Corruptors. I mean, they could be used to kill Protoss buildings for sure, but it was really just the couple lurkers that she had remaining. Yeah, I mean, that was that last little bit. Astrea was so careful, and he just left a High Templar out there in a vulnerable position for too long. And that's it. Like, that's what an hour-long game can come to. You can both play extremely well, and it can somehow anyway come down to, oh, you left a High Templar in a spot for too long and Infestor caught it. And that was the game. That was the game at that point. Incredible. Whew. All right. So that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.